Hey, hey. This is the boat doctor. Hey, this current is hauling bananas. It is bananas. Anyway, I'm going to have to start that motor up because this current's going to, well, maybe it won't. It'll take us away from this. We're fine. Okay, anyway, we're out here in 210 searunner. It's actually 23 feet. This is a very nice boat. I just got done setting up your electronics on your Go 9 XSE and on your Lance and your CPA alarm. I'll show you that when you come down here. A lot of people, I should do a video on all these electronics. But anyway, just to get started, basically, this way we'll be ready to go if we need to. If this is like this right here, it will not start. It's got to be back to fire up. If that lanyard's out, of course, then what it's going to do. But look at how fast we're moving. That's how fast that current is. And there, anyway, you got your tag sitting right here. You got your hours right here. If you want your hours off, you just push the mode button to turn back on. Fuel, of course, you got about 25 gallons in here. And it ain't gonna show because I'll show you here in a second. If I give this thing some gas, like this, and get this front end up, this is what I'm saying, you want to check it flat like where we were at to get an accurate reading. Because when I do this, it's pushing the gas to the back. Now see how it shows you got a quarter of a tank? We do have 25 gallons. And typically when I'm at the dock, what I do is I'll fire these up. You just push that button there, and you push this power button here. And this is going to beep, and then you just hit the X to get out. And this does have AIS. And see right there, just hit that, and that'll get you out. Then you can hit scan. Okay, and then I'll go through a little bit more of that. We're idling at 700, about 650 in gear. Light wheel, you don't have courtesy lights. I think I already showed you that. Nav lights, wipers, and horns, and all that. I've already showed you. Okay, and worse down, I believe I tested that, but I didn't show you. So, but I did show you the inside on everything, the dual batteries and all that good stuff. Good water flow. I'll take a picture of this. And by the way, it is beautiful out here. I'm gonna spin this over a little bit more so I can, it's in neutral, but I'm gonna spin it like this to get us a little bit more over into the port side. So again, I showed you this. This is to pump out your fish backs. This here is your wash down. And you wait until there. Now, if you hear that sound and you aren't using this, then that's 10 to 1 that you got a leak somewhere, and then that's where that shut-off valve is down underneath. Okay, now back to the motor. That's how that motor should run. If you fire this up at the dock and that thing's shaking, it's going. I think I showed you the light already too, but that works. I wouldn't go anywhere because if that motor's shaking, that means you got water in the fuel somehow. And there's a way, just give me a call, and when you're down here, I can show you how to get the water out of that. If it's just water, particles are a different story. Particles, good luck. You're gonna have to bring it back to the shop. So what you do is when we're conserved, when I test boats, I go up against the current, because that way, if something happens, I'm going back to where I started, and 10 to 1, I can get back to the dock. Because I'll save that kicker motor until I absolutely need it, because I'll have enough gas in that probably to get me back to the dock. Because it'll last a lot longer before the water gets to them. That happens. And I take a video of this just to show you the water flow. Sometimes you have it in months, man, the thing looks like it keeps water more, you know. And then you look at the video, no, that's right, same thing with this. And then again, if you're at home and it ain't pumping water like this, you probably don't have the water pressure. Take it back to the water before you panic. If it pees water, you just don't have water pressure. And of course, where that water's coming out, if you're not getting water coming out, come in here, get it like a paper clip and stick up where that water's peeing out. And then if still not, you pop that hood and you follow the hose that goes to that, pull that out, put the bobby pin. If you're not getting water coming out that hose, you're plugged. Okay? And then, see, if I start this up, then all I have to do is pretty much warmed up. And you should start it because as soon as you take off, what it's going to do is say, once you go, maybe 1/8 of a mile, 100 yards, this is going to say, do you want to start trip? And typically you got to be going about 2 miles an hour, which we're doing that. We're doing 3 right now. I set up all your data, speed, over ground depth, water temp, steer. If you have a waypoint, which we're going to set one way up here, and then all you have to do is hit this, go to, go to cursor, boom, it's there, hit this, and that gets that. That's your steering. I'm off 7 degrees to the left. See, and then see where it says start trip, hit start trip. That way, that track line, you cannot erase it for 24 hours. Now I'm 15 degrees, so I need to go back to the left. See how it's doing here, 19 minus 19 minus 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. I need to get over there. But of course, if you set a waypoint point, if you just randomly pick it, you can run in ground. So see how this is going here? Like this is shadow area. That means I'm off my waypoint line. And so right about here, and you can zoom in and out. See, right there's my waypoint line right here, this red one. See where I'm at 0 now, but I'm going to run into the casino because I just drew a line clean out. You got to make a route, latitude and longitude, all that, and then this is scanning. To stop scanning, you just hit that, and it scans again. Stop it, hit weather. Here's your weather. They do need to get your mic in here though, and your AIS, that beep, like say I'll turn this on again. You got to have this stopped. You hold it on. You hold in on the menu button right here. You go down to like AIS setup, hit this, go to CPA is let's see, a point, a positional alarm, collision. So you go like here and you can set how far you want it to read out, like, and then you just spin this right here. So 1 point, and let's go 1.5. Then you hit that, and channel, yes. Okay, CPA. I think that is. I can't hardly see that. Okay. There you go. That should be on now. And exit out. Oh, that's an AIS setup. Oh shoot, alarms is right here. CPA alarm. And then you hit it on, so there it is, and then you hit it out. And I got it set for like USA alarm, GPS alarm, okay. And I think I had it set for ASI right here, CPA, and I set the distance right here, okay? But if you don't want it, you just go to CPA until alarms. And then you get out of that by this, and then you just hit scan. And you're on dual watch for weather alerts. Okay, so we're just cruising along. Fuel worked good, that worked good. We checked all that. And like I say, I'll go through this unit with you when you get here. If you want to go for ride tides, waypoint vessels, like vessels is AIS them, or all your AIS vessels, you pop on that. Tells you all about it, if it's going, if it's moving, if it's moored, this one's more, and how far away, latitude and longitude. So that's kind of handy, like I say. And then you go like this, you get out of this, and then now your radio's picking up. Someone's yakking, gonna yak here pretty quick. And then on the back end of the radio, like if you hit this one, see how that's highlighted? That's your squelch. You can turn that up and get that out. Now it's blue. That one there is, or not blue, but black. It's up. That's your volume. Okay, that's your off and on. And if you want AIS, you can stop this and hit this. And here's your AIS right here. It tells you all your vessels here and where you're at and where the vessels are. And then you want that out, you just hit this out, exit out, and it brings you back, hit scan. Okay, charts is right here. There's a navigation right here. Find overlay radar navigation. Restart back. Okay, we're going to leave that alone because it's right over here. So that's your that echo. This got your down scan overlay. I've already set that up. Put all your numbers. Now I also did side scan. I did that one too. Boom, boom. That works. Go down scan. That works. Fish reveal. If you get an arch on top, I'm going to hit this one right over here. Fish reveal option, palette, color gain back. That's fine. A fish reveal, ring, pause. Okay, all that's on there. Okay. So these bluer spots, if you see them, don't worry about it. But if you see a blue spot with this bright yellow, that's typically a fish. Okay. And then you go into radar, and this is the Halo Plus, by the way. Radar's in standby. Just go over here, and transmit A. You want that one. That's your main radar. this has an A and B. You're gonna say, what the heck, what's that deal? And you can 3/4 of a mile, you can change it in, like say go out. Well, that's your cursor. You can make waypoints on here. You just hit this one, see where it says a mile, or you can get in closer. So the importance of that is, I'll show you here in a minute. Instruments, you can go to instruments. And there's all your numbers right here. We've got a waypoint set, you can see under the steer. Okay, speed over ground, course over ground, latitude and longitude and water temp. If you wanted to change that, you can go to different dashboard, you can go to basics, or you can go to navigation, which I had it on. This is another navigation route. There's where you need to go. So that's kind of a cool thing too. Destination to waypoint, speed over ground, time is 7 minutes to destination, boat to waypoint is the position, and then you got depth as well. So that's totally up to you what you want to see. I'd use this one or this one. But if you're doing yeah, I'll leave that one because you're gonna go, you got a highway map like this one right here, nav map. See how you got everything right here? We need to be right there, and we're off 13 degrees, 40 feet, speed over ground, course over ground, water temp off, course over ground, latitude, longitude, volts. And you can change these settings just by hitting this, and then you go into edit. Okay? Then you get out of that, and then I got all these combos set up here for you too. So right here, what you got is you got GPS with radar overlay, and then you got your down scan on your fish finder. Whoops, and you know what? We don't really need that. I was going to change that. I'll probably do that later because see, here's one where you can change this.